before undertaking any type of investment, you have to like really know the business inside out, like the core about how it operates, how does it generate and maintain profitability, so on and so forth. And so I was wondering, from your point of view, how does that approach really take place when we look at a diversified business or like a conglomerate? Like take, for example, GE as a large company that really diversifies into many verticals. How would you really take the principles of value investing and put it onto a large company with that kind of diversification?
Buffett has a box on his desk which says "too hard" on it, and so he says that probably 98% of stuff he encounters goes into the too hard pile, which means it's something he cannot figure out. And he's a very smart guy. And so the thing is, we don't need to know everything about everything. So, for example, the gentleman here mentioned venture capital and early stage investments and all of that. You can get a lot of moonshots with that approach. You can also get a lot of zeros, right? Not an easy game. So for me, I would just take that whole thing and put it in a too hard pile for me. For him, it's not the case because he's got some competence and such. So this varies by individual. So if I look at GE, here's the reasons why I would just not even spend 2 seconds on it. So number one, it's probably followed by 24 analysts who spend a lot of time on GE. And I can look at any of their reports and I can see that there's no factor of 5 or 10 between the current share price and what the share price is. In fact, I would say that's probably the case of the 1,000 largest businesses in the US. Forget about them. So if the company is in the Fortune 500 or the S&P 500, whatever else, we're done. The beautiful part is we just finished 500 businesses in 2 seconds. It's awesome. You like my speed? I have great speed. I'm faster than Buffett can flip pages. So we don't need to understand everything about everything. We can just focus on, Munger says, go fishing where the fish are. Are there fish in the Fortune 500? Maybe if I spend 10 years, I might find a couple of fish there that I might have missed. But, let's keep it simple and just say no and move on. So basically, focus on where the fish are, focus on sectors that people hate, unloved, countries that are unloved, things that would cause distress. For example, Qatar's been in the news lately. Have you looked at stocks in Qatar? Maybe if you're doing nothing tonight, the stock market is tanking. And I haven't looked at the Qatar stock market. I don't know what kind of companies are in there. But let me put it this way, there's higher probability of finding value there than in GE. And so that's the name of the game, is basically go to where the fish are, where you think the fish are, and then the patience and the discipline to, look for, kiss a lot of frogs before you get to a prince.